I put up a post on Twitter because I quite frankly have vlog block right now. I have absolutely no idea what to talk about in general. I'm part of it comes from the fact that just I'm on a deadline and so many other things going on. Had a few suggestions on Twitter. One of them was to go through laying out old GI Joe script. I actually don't lay out the scripts. That's Shannon because he gets the script, and Larry writes plot style, so he doesn't get a full script usually. Um, I can't do that one. The other was talk about Doctor Who and the casting the female doctor. I don't know. I may talk about that a little later. I'm still behind. I'm half a season behind on Doctor Who, so um, maybe that'll be a future topic. The thing that confused me about the whole Doctor Who thing, more so than not really the casting the woman, was the numbering, because they kept saying it's the 13th Doctor, but it should be the 14th, right? Because yeah, it should be the 14th because of the 50th anniversary. The Capaldi doctor said that all 13 were there. Anyway, um, and my friend Kelly, who my studio mate, who's done a lot of Doctor Who stuff, was like, it, we were talking about it, and I brought up the point, and he said, it's, um, I can't remember what he said. Basically, just kind of like, well, it's a kind of a minor detail, and my point was, yeah, but they're really, really specific on what number of the Doctor is. That is a show all about a number corresponding to your favorite Doctor. But anyway, um, I think that will, maybe I'll have to collect my thoughts. I need to finish the Capaldi season. I didn't really. I like Capaldi as an actor, but I didn't really like. Well, it seems like it took them a whole season to figure out that character, who that character was going to be. So I don't know. I have to think about that one. The other question I had was about how to juggle deadlines and how when you have multiple projects going. I am I'm really, really not as organized as I need to be. I tend to look ahead and see, okay, what's the next deadline? And because I have a tendency to be real focused, like on one thing at a time to the exclusion of all else. It's part of the reason I think why I get behind on commissions. So, for example, this week there's a GI Joe. I need to wrap up this next issue of GI Joe this month, and so now I'm on GI Joe mode. Um, so I tend to, in an ideal world, I would have um, everything listed in a little to-do list every day, and I just cannot do that. I did hear someone, I need to try organizing things like this. Is that someone said, another artist, I don't remember who it was, said don't organize things necessarily in checklists, but have chunks of day where that particular part of your day is devoted to a certain type of task, um, which may actually work better for me. I am notoriously get the little calendar and to-do list and lay everything out, and then it just gets so overwhelming because plus my life right now especially is so we got the house for sale, so I'm constantly um, well, I don't know when. I'll have to just say, oh, somebody's coming in 2 hours. I got to make sure the house is right. Leave, go somewhere for an hour, and then come back. And on top of just other things, going on, it's tough to have a normal daily. Every day is different. It seems, um, but the simplest answer is when people start yelling at you, work harder. But I do tend to I don't. The problem for me is not meeting isn't meeting deadlines. Like I meet deadlines. The problem of the side projects that ideally I would get more done with commissions and other projects if I was more, I don't know, more disciplined in my time. Um, Not that I'm sitting around wasting time, really, but it's there's the problem for me is there's so many little things, right? You look a commission here, a commission here, this a project here. Someone wants this here, and the big thing where like GI Joe and where I get most of my money income from that, and doing the eBay stuff. But even sometimes the eBay stuff fell behind because of just the summer. And so I don't really have a good system or a good answer for how to organize things, except that I try. I mean, I'm aware of my deadlines, and I know that the weeks I have to go into push everything else aside, finish this, then move on to the next thing that's due. It's probably not the best system because ideally I would need to start way in advance on things so that it doesn't get to that point. But people are. It's just not how I'm put together. So probably doesn't help at all. And then you got things like William the Last, where I'm trying to do my stuff that doesn't pay anything right now. I'm just trying to build up an audience, but in order to build up the audience, yeah, stay on top of that. And so I don't know. I feel like my schedule is just a big, just nightmare of things coming at me, and it doesn't look like, especially with the move, it doesn't look like it's going to settle down until the fall. So I don't know. If you have any suggestions on how to organize, multiple things, I would be willing to take a look at your suggestion. So I've said before, it's like a factory that shuts down every time the phone rings. Freelance art is, you're making the thing, and then you have to do other things, and when you do that, you're not doing this. And it's also a factory with one machine, just me. So all the different things I have to make, you have to delegate, whatever is the most important thing at the time. Anyway, this has been a big ramble. Like I said, I've got a little bit of vlog block. Just mostly, I think in general, I'm just tired and just have not had the frame of mind. I did have the frame of mind, however, not to use not to hold the camera. I'm going to try not to do that anymore because I cannot turn off the image stabilization that makes it look all psychedelic and wavy in the background, which I don't know what developer thought that looks good and doesn't look like someone, I don't know, makes you want to throw up. Just let it be shaky and not wavy. That's not stabilizing anything. Anyway, so I've got on my little tripod, and I've switched the camera around. So I was watching some vlogs, just like how to shoot better video with your camera, and the camera on the back, obviously, and I knew this, I just wasn't using it, is the better camera for on phones. So maybe a little better quality video on this. I was like piecing together things. I was trying to get around the image thing by using recording in just the iPhone camera and not recording in YouTube Capture, and then just using Capture to upload, not realizing that Capture just automatically processes it to stabilize the image. So whatever. Don't have to worry about that with this one. All right, I'm gonna go and try to finish this up, and got another hour before my son, the hurricane, comes through the door and wants to play, and so there you have it. If you got any suggestions for blogs, topics, and things, let me know. I do want to do some more drawing videos. Maybe I'll get one done in the next couple days, or so. If nothing else, like a time lapse thing, because I've got I got a tripod here. I can hook my camera up to. Maybe I'll do a whole. I don't know. The trouble with doing one with inking is I don't know what I can show. Like this page, I don't think there's really anything spoiler-ish on this page, but I probably shouldn't do that. One panel at a time, a little here and there peak is okay, but I don't know about whole page. All right, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try to turn this off without it being too weird. Like I'm reaching all the way around here. I'm looking. I got my iPad in the back, so I can actually see the reflection of the screen in the back. So, yeah, let me know. Check out Webtoons. My if you're on Webtoons, I'm up to like 430 some subscribers now. So it's been up for tomorrow. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks. It's not too shabby. And I'm uploading scenes every day. So check that out. Subscribe, share, like, all that stuff. I would point to the where the subscribe button is, but I think it's still going to be here. Is that right? If it's here, there's a little icon. This is the weirdest thing. So I figured out if I did left hand, that was it. But the camera, anyway. All right. So that's gonna be it. Let's see if I can hit the button from right here.